Hi guys, so it has been about a month since I filmed my last video talking about teaching English in France, and so this is going to be an update about everything that's happened with that whole process over the past month, getting ready to go there and everything. So I'm really frustrated because I just filmed this entire video and then sound was really bizarre, so I filmed it with my webcam application instead of filming it directly into Movie Maker, so hopefully this will be better. So, since the last time I talked about this, I have found out a little more about the idea of getting a second job there because the job is only 12 hours a week, and I found out that a lot of the schools really don't want you to have like an official second job, but a lot of assistants do things like babysitting and tutoring, so I'd really like to do something like that. A lot of people want English-speaking babysitters. I'd also really like to be able to speak French with children if I was babysitting, but I would love to do either one. I love babysitting, and I love kids, so that would be really fun to do. Even though I think it would be fun to have like an actual official job in like a shop or something in France. But then last time I mentioned that the school is going to provide housing for me, and I found out a lot more information since then, and it's really exciting, at least for me. I found out that my rent will be 192 euros a month, and so that's a really good deal. I'm really excited because I had been planning to pay around 300 or 400 euros a month, so that's like half as much, so that's really exciting. And I had found this out just by talking to the assistant who lived there last year, so and I know that he lived with a Spanish assistant as well in the apartment. So I'm not sure if there will be another assistant living there or not with me. I haven't heard from any other assistants in the same town as me. There's a Facebook group that has all of the assistants in the region, but nobody in that group is in the same town as me, so I don't know if they're just not in the group or if I'm the only one. It's because it's not a very big town, so. But it would be really cool if there was a Spanish assistant living there because I do study Spanish too, so that would be really fun. Let's see. Oh, also, he said the 192 euros includes all the utilities and things like that. I still have some things I want to ask him about, like, are there dishes there, and do we have to use a laundromat, or is there laundry machines and things like that, and I need to get the address for paperwork and to give to my family. I also asked him about the Caf Program, which is a program in France for helping students and young workers with rent, and he said that he received about 50 euros a month from this program just to go towards rent, so that'll be really cool. I'm definitely going to apply for it. We didn't apply for it last time I lived in France because we didn't really know a lot about it. About halfway through our stay there, a friend told us about it, but we still weren't really sure if we even like qualified for it, and our landlady was like crazy, so we didn't want to have to ask her about paperwork stuff, so we just never really did it. I kind of wish we had because we would have saved a ton of money, and we had a lot of money issues at the end because our landlady was just insane, but that's another story. Another exciting thing I found out is when my vacations will be, and my first one is going to be in October, which is kind of funny because I don't actually start my job till October 1st. And it's October 19th to November 3rd, so that'll be kind of nice because I'll have time to get settled in a little bit, and then I'll have a break, so that'll be pretty nice to have that. I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I kind of wanted to go to London over that time, not the whole time, but for like 3 or 4 days. However, hotels are kind of expensive in London, so I might look and see if I can find a good deal on a hotel, but I'm not sure if I will go or not. And I do know an assistant that I met in the Facebook group, and she lives just one town over from me, and her birthday is over that break, so I might celebrate her birthday with her, so that would be fun. The second break is December 21st to January 4th, and I'm going to come home for Christmas, so that'll take up most of that break, which is sad. I was hoping we would have a longer Christmas break, just because, first of all, I want to be home longer. Like, I'm not even going to be able to be home that long, but second of all, it would have been nice to have a little more time to travel or to just stay in France for a bit on the break. And then the last break is March 1st to March 16th, which is another like full 2-week vacation, which is awesome. And I'm definitely going to be doing some traveling then. My dad might come over and travel with me at that time. And then my job contract ends on April 30th, but we have a break beginning April 26th. So that will be my last day, and my mom might come and travel with me after that, so that would be fun. And yeah. Let's see. Other exciting news, I did buy my plane tickets, so exactly 1 month from right now, I will be in the air flying to Paris, which is really exciting. It doesn't feel that close yet, even though it's like only a month away. Still feels pretty far off, like I have a lot of time. I did get most of my pressing paperwork and things done already, so that helps. So my flight departs on September 23rd at 7:55 p.m. I have a layover in Detroit, and then I will have a direct flight from Detroit to Paris, which is super nice. I won't have to have any international layovers or worry about customs and things like that over there. And then it arrives at 11:30 a.m. in Paris on September 24th. So you lose a day, but hopefully I'll be able to sleep on the flight. It leaves from Detroit at like 9:55 p.m. or something. So if I can sleep, it'll be like 10 p.m. I go to sleep, and then I wake up at 11 p.m. in Paris. It'd be like a full night's sleep, so that would be perfect. So sometimes I have a hard time sleeping on flights, though, because I just am excited when I'm traveling. My return flight, I did buy a round-trip ticket since I'm coming home for Christmas. My return flight is December 23rd, and it leaves at 10:30 a.m. from Paris and arrives in Michigan, in my city, at 4:41 p.m. So you don't lose as much time there. But yeah, so that'll be nice to be able to come home for Christmas. I definitely want to come home for Christmas because I'm very family-oriented, although I do think it would be really fun to spend a Christmas in France, especially because I have a friend there who would probably invite me to stay with his family, which would be really cool to see a French family celebrate Christmas. But maybe in the future I'll have the opportunity. I also bought my train ticket for when I arrive because I'll arrive at 11:30 a.m. I'm not going to stay in Paris. I've seen Paris a few times already, and I think when my mom comes to visit, she's going to want to see it again. So there's not a whole lot in Paris that I feel like I need to do, so I might go into the city for a little bit because my flight arrives at 11:30 and my train doesn't leave till 6:48 p.m. The reason I booked that late of a train is because first of all, I'm always really paranoid about flight delays and things, so this way if the flight's delayed a couple hours, it's totally fine. Like, I'm not going to miss my train. And also, my friend who I'm staying with in Rennes, he has classes, so I didn't want to arrive in the middle of the day when he might be in classes, because I'm going to have so much luggage. Otherwise, I wouldn't mind just wandering around Rennes on my own for a bit, but I'm going to have so much luggage, I don't want to have to carry it with me. I'll arrive at Rennes at 9:58 p.m., so he would definitely be done with classes by then, which would be nice. So yeah, I found out that I can stay with him, which would be really nice. He was actually my roommate last time I lived in France, and he has 2 new roommates, so he had to double check with them beforehand if I could stay, but they said it would be fine. So I'm really excited to see him again. It's going to be really fun, and I'm planning to have like a little picnic in the park with all of my friends who still live there. I still have just a small handful of friends. Most of my friends who I met in Rennes when I lived there were international students as well, so a lot of them have gone back to their own countries, which is really sad that they're not still there to visit with. But a few of them do still live there, and I'm super excited to see them. It's going to be so fun. Let's see what else is exciting and new. Oh, I'm going to be flying with Air France. I don't know if I mentioned that. I had found a few flights with British Airways that were like just a tiny bit cheaper, but they were all operated by American Airlines, and I had heard bad things about them, so I booked with Air France, and then I realized after I booked my flight that parts of it are operated by Delta, which I've heard even worse things about, so I'm kind of annoyed by that. I just don't understand. I don't like it. I mean, I guess I get why airlines do it, but it's like tricking you. Like, you shouldn't be able to list a flight as Air France when it's actually a Delta plane. That's stupid. So it makes me really mad that they do that, but I will survive. I believe the flight from Grand Rapids to Detroit is operated by Delta. The flight Detroit to Paris is operated by Air France, so that'll be fine. I don't mind for the shorter one, but I think on the way home the whole thing might be operated by Delta, which makes me a little angry. Let's see. other than that, I did get my visa, if I didn't mention that already. And the way the visa works is, this is my passport right here, and then the visa is just a like big sticker that takes up one of the whole pages in your passport. So here's my visa. It has my picture, and then it says France up here, and then it has more information on it, but I don't want to show that to the entire internet. So I had to go to Chicago to get this. If you didn't get the visa, if you didn't see the video about Chicago, and then with your visa, they also send some paperwork called the it's for the OFI, which is French Immigration and Integration Office, and it's just some sheets, and it has a little official stamp on it. You fill this out, and then they stamp it, send it back to you. And then when you get to France, you have to fill out the bottom half with your address in France and some other information, and you mail it into the OFI office in France, and then they will send you a date that you have to come for your medical exam. So everyone who has a long stay visa in France has to have a medical exam. I had to do it when I studied there last time, and it's not bad, it's fine, but you have to go on the date they tell you. You can't change it. If it's either you go on that date or you get kicked out of the country. Like, you have to go then, and most like employers and schools will understand that that's when you have to go if you have to take time off to do it. And they just give you like a basic physical, and then they do a chest x-ray, which has to do with tuberculosis, I believe. So it's not scary. It was totally fine last time I did it. So, and last time I did it, it was really encouraging to do it all in French. It was kind of fun. A medical exam is not usually fun, but it was fun to be able to do it in French. And another thing as far as paperwork that I had to take care of was we did an apostille, which is like an official certification about international of a document. So I needed it for my birth certificate. So it's my birth certificate, and it's just stapled to it, and it's basically just this paper saying that this is an official birth certificate, and it has this shiny little seal on it. And I was born in Virginia, so this is kind of a pain because in order to get the apostille, you have to the document has to have been issued in the past year. And obviously I wasn't born in the past year, so I had to write a letter requesting a birth certificate and send that to Virginia. And then they sent me a new birth certificate. That took a couple weeks. And then I had to send that birth certificate in for the apostille and send that back to Virginia to get the apostille. So I wish there was a way I could have just like sent them a note and said, hey, I need an apostille on a birth certificate, and have them do it all and send it back so I don't have to mail it twice. But it turned out okay. I made sure to do it really early, so I got it in plenty of time. And then the last step for this is I need to have the birth certificate translated into French, but I can do that once I arrive in France. So I'm just going to wait and do that because I don't even really know of any places around here that would do it. So I'd probably have to go back to Chicago, and I don't really want to make another trip there. So yeah, so that's that. So as far as paperwork, I'm really all set with the paperwork, which is a great feeling because paperwork sucks, and the French love paperwork, which is no fun. So let's see. I think that's everything I had to update on. As far as what I still have left to do, I have some shopping to do. I did do some shopping the past couple of days, and I will make a haul video about that, but it's going to be on my other channel. And so I have some shopping to do. I want to get some clothes that I can wear for teaching because a lot of my wardrobe right now is not really things that I can wear for that. I need to fill out my prescriptions before I go. I'm going to go to the dentist. I have a cavity or two I need to get filled, so I want to do that before I leave. And I'm going to get an eye exam and order some new glasses. Get my hair cut maybe. And yeah, other than that, I'm pretty much set to go. I'll have to pack when it gets closer. So I'm not getting like super excited yet, and people keep asking me about if I'm excited. I guess I'm excited enough. I'm just not like super pumped because it's not super close yet. So yeah, I guess I won't just keep rambling on for you guys. So thank you for watching. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comments below. And yeah, I hope you will subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks again for watching. Have a great day. Bye.